Here's another exclusive clip from Wrestling Reality with Justin LaBar, brought to you by Gladiators of the Cage.
John Cena, to me, is still not the lock to fight Seth Rollins at SummerSlam. Couple reasons. One, if that is the case, then they just gave away the SummerSlam main event last night. Granted, it was not for the WWE World Heavyweight title, but still. I mean, again, it would have been one thing if Rollins and Cena fought last night, and it was one of those matches that starts at 10:58 when they got to be off the air by 11:05. It was, if it was like, a little bit of heat. Cena starts to come back, and then there was outside interference. We just washed it all clean. There was no big finishers done, no big signature moves. But it wasn't that. I mean, it was a 15-minute awesome match that not by design, turned into being a bloody affair of realism with Cena's nose looking like Owen Wilson's face. So they just gave away the SummerSlam main event, if that's the case. So first off, if John Cena's going to fight Seth Rollins at SummerSlam, then they would have to heighten the stakes. Whether it's and I'm not talking about just title for title. It would have to be done. You have to add some kind of a stipulation in the match, something crazier. But I don't know if they want to do that and risk outshining what Taker and Lesnar's supposed to be. I don't still know who Rollins' opponent would be. But here's the other thing: even if maybe they were thinking of Rollins Cena still, if they were maybe going to go back to it and just say, look, we have nothing else. Well, now that John Cena's nose is broken, yeah, he finished the match, and yeah, John Cena's been pretty resilient over his career, and yeah, SummerSlam is still a little less than a month away. But I wouldn't be surprised if they want to give Cena a few weeks of non-physicality to at least let the nose try to heal up a little bit and not get back in the ring where you're constantly increasing your chance of getting the nose re-aggravated because you're in a pro wrestling match 4 days a week. I refuse to accept and believe that is going to be the match for Seth Rollins versus John Cena at SummerSlam until one of two things. Either until it is made official, like on WWE.com or something, if that happens the next week, which it won't, or if next Monday it becomes official there, or I see something next Monday that makes it more clear to me. Hopefully, I'll have an answer and I'll have a full campaign this time next Tuesday. I want to watch one more Raw because that'll be 1 week closer. I also want to see how they handle Cena's nose injury. I also want to see how they handle that general storyline because I mean, what are they going to do next? Seth Rollins, Cena just put up his title, and Cena won. So in theory, he's now kind of like earned number one contendership. Are they going to then do Cena versus Rollins for the world title in a Raw, and then something happens there, and then it's title for title? I mean, I don't know. It seems like way too many matches are given away on free TV to then bill as a world title match on your second biggest pay-per-view of the year. It just doesn't make sense. Not to say that it won't end up in some variation of Cena Rollins, but I don't see it as I don't see it as much of a lock as a lot of you guys do, and a lot of you are upset about it. And I understand, and I don't think Cena's the best opponent either. I think let him do his U.S. thing, dig Kane back up, put the mask on him, and just do that. But especially after just last night getting that complete of a match, I just can't imagine Vince sitting there thinking, yes, we're going to have that match at SummerSlam, but 4 weeks earlier we're going to give it to him. That just makes no sense to me at all. I just don't see how that can be. And by the way, I hope this is why you got to follow me on Twitter. Yes, the injury was real. People were tweeting last night. I was telling Juice this. Juice could barely believe it. I was telling people were tweeting Juice last night. Was that injury real or fake? Was that by design? I'm like, how do you fake that?
Yep, he bladed in the corner. He stuck a blade up his nose, and that was it. Then he shifted his nose to the side.
That actually wasn't a doctor that climbed in the ring. It was actually a makeup special effects artist who just made his
Tom
nose.
Savini came in.
Made his nose appear to be. Oh my God! The things that I hear.